This video is brought to you by Dr. Kristen R. Bromley's Guitar Method Book Series and Online Music Academy.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kristen Bromley. Welcome to my online academy. It's so great to have you joining me here in these online lessons. This is lesson 13 in this Saturday series where we're working on jamming, meaning we're working on improvising solos in the pop, rock, and blues styles. I love doing this sort of thing. I think it's so much fun, and I'm delighted to bring this course to you. Now, in this lesson, we're going to be learning minor pentatonic scale form 4. In the last lesson, we learned scale form 3. In the lesson before that, we learned scale form 2, and all the lessons that happened before that, we were using scale form 1, either in the minor pentatonic setting or in the major pentatonic setting. But we started off with lesson 1 with scale form 1. We have looked at how we take scale form 1 and we shift everything up a string, and that's how we get scale form 2. Shift everything up another string, we get scale form 3. Shift everything up another string, and we get scale form 4. There is one more scale form, and we'll be learning that one in the next lesson. Along with working on this new scale form, of course, I've got a new backing track with a new groove, new chord progression, new key for us to be jamming over. So there is a link in the description below. You can click on that, and it'll open a video that just has the backing track, so you can jam along with that as much as you'd like to. Here in the lesson, we're going to jam a little bit together. I'll demonstrate some things so you can get some ideas. So let's just go ahead here and take a look at this first, the scale form 4 here. We're going to be in the key of B flat for our backing track. We've got power chords, so B flat 5, A flat 5, E flat 5, and B flat 5 repeated over. Of course, got drums and a whole groove and everything happening, but that's our chord progression. We've learned previously that when we're improvising over chord progressions that are made up of power chords, that we generally use the minor pentatonic scale. We've also learned about the blues scale, which adds one additional note, that sharp 4 or flat 5. The note of that note being added to the minor pentatonic to create the blues scale is indicated with that sort of star there on all the scale forms. So we got the blues scale as well, and we can use that one improvising over those chord progressions that have power chords as well. So we're going to be in the key of B flat. So we'll work this scale form in the key of B flat. And that means that we're going to stick our index finger on the 3rd string at the 3rd fret. We've got it right here. Now I'm just going to demonstrate it with the minor pentatonic first, then we'll look at the blues scale. We do have a low root. We could start there, but because we've been learning this scale by shifting that form one string higher, I'm going to go ahead and start on the root that is on that 3rd string. I've got this first part where I go 1, 4, then we can go 2, 4 on both of those top 2 strings, or I can shift up and go index ring 1, 3. So you can just get comfortable with that high part there. Let's look at how we go lower. As we go down, we go 4, 1, and then I've got 4, 2, 4, 2, and then I can come back up opposite to that, or you could shift up and do 3, 1. So I'm just going to play all the way through that without talking. We go ready and... to, again, as I mentioned, we could start on that low root. If I did that, I start with my ring finger or my pinky, and I can play up. So you want to get comfortable with that shape, and then if you'd like to, you can add that extra note to create the blues scale. So if I demonstrate that here, time as I was ascending, I used our middle ring and pinky fingers, but I could shift up as well. So either way, find the fingering that is the most comfortable for you as you're getting started, and then it's good to learn the alternate one as well, because sometimes when we're playing, we may choose one or the other. Now, in getting ready to improvise that, you want to take that form and just sort of play with it a little bit, start coming up with some ideas. that you can play inside of it, some licks. Get comfortable with it, run it up and down the scale as much as you need to, and then it's great to just start jamming right over a backing track, start getting inside of it. That was one of the best things for me as I was learning to improvise with the different forms, ultimately having 5 forms that fill out the entire fretboard so we can be jamming all over the fretboard. One of the best things was just to isolate a form and try and improvise with it in a given key over a given groove, backing track sort of thing, or I just played along with a recording that I liked from an artist and just jammed along, inserted myself into the band. So we've got this backing track. I'm going to go ahead and have us just jam right along, right over top of that backing track, just starting to get comfortable with this new form. Now, as I play over the backing track, I'm also going to play a little bit with the scale forms that we previously have used, and that's part of the advantage of having a new backing track, a new groove, a new key every time we do one of these lessons, is that you can take previous scale forms and work them in these new areas and these new keys over these new progressions, and that is a great thing to do. So, if we were going to play scale form 1 in the key of B flat, my low root there is going to be on that 6th string at the 6th fret, and I can play my minor pentatonic there, or I can add the extra note for the blues scale. If we were going to play scale form 2, we have it down at the 1st fret on the 5th string with that root, and I can play that minor pentatonic there. I could also play the blues scale. Now that form will also comfortably be played up at the 13th fret, which is so much fun because we get some of these higher notes happening. So I've got that minor pentatonic up there. Or we can play the blues scale. And then of course we got scale form 3 with that root on the 4th string. I'm going to stick my index finger at the 8th fret to play this one. Or we can do the blues scale. Just like that. So now we're going to go ahead and play together over top of this backing track. Get some ideas flowing. You can steal some ideas from me to see how I'm using these scale forms. I'm going to start off just using scale form 4. That's our new one. I'm going to isolate that, get some ideas happening there. I'm also going to play some using these ones as well. So you could practice over top of these backing track just isolating each of these forms. That's a great thing to do. Get comfortable in each of those positions, and then naturally you'll probably find yourself sort of shifting between one and the other, just kind of how you want ideas to happen. I'm going to go ahead though and start off with this one. After I've played over it for a little while, demonstrated some ideas, you can get those ideas from me. I'm going to move up a little bit and play using some of these others so you get some higher positions on the fretboard as well. We're going to hear 3 hits in the hi-hat. We're going to rest on beat 4, and then we'll be in with that backing track. So that'll be our cue that we're going to get going there. So it's going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and jam together over this backing track. Awesome. Super, super fun. At least I hope that was fun for you. As I mentioned earlier in the lesson, there is a link in the description below. You can click on that link. It'll open a video that just has the backing track, so you can play along with that as much as you'd like to without playing along with me like we've done here in this lesson. That wraps us up for this lesson. In the next lesson on this Saturday series, we're going to be looking at scale form 5 with the minor pentatonic scale. We'll have a new backing track to play over, a new groove, so it's going to be great. This will come out next Saturday. Of course, we've got jazz lessons on Mondays and Theory Thursday lessons coming out new each week as well. And there are over 1,000 videos on the channel, so lots of previous lessons that have been released to check out to help you in your playing with all sorts of different things. Super, super fun. And of course, there's the method books that are there to help as well. So lots of great ways to get help with playing the guitar. Keep having fun, take care, and we'll see you again.
If you found this video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For more in-depth lessons and to progress through a free guitar course, check out my Guitar 101 series on YouTube and my guitar method books, which all come with access to hours of in-depth video lessons. You can find more information about me and my products at KristenBromley.com. Take care.